Hello, and welcome to this webinar to which no one's been invited. But you're seeing it on the recording, and that's all that matters. At 3 a.m. this morning, I decided to wake up and create a plugin to allow me to control my production studio with my Stream Deck. And I'm happy to say that's exactly what I did. And here I am now after a little breakfast and yeah, I really haven't tidied myself up yet. I just threw a jumper on when I started this. But anyhow, it's just gone 6, and I thought I would now produce a little video. I've already sent out a short describing what I've done. Now I want to describe how this all works. A little bit longer this time than the 2 minutes to describe it the first time. Production Studio is a fantastic, easy to use tool that comes when you have a Zoom Webinar Plus or Zoom Events license and allows you to control what's seen on the screen. So at the moment, I am here and I am full size on the screen. But I have a whole set of scenes that I've defined, 15 of them actually in my case, although I'm not going to show you more than a few. And those 15 scenes have different things in them. They could be a speaker or multiple speakers. They could be a video. They could be an image, or they could be an image or a video with some speakers. There are various layouts available. It's a fantastic tool and makes simple production very easy and certainly greater production style and quality than just, with respect, just a normal meeting where you share your screen and have a few people at the side. This is more organized. And that's fantastic. The downside of it is always that if I want to control Production Studio, it's a little window, which I will share to you in a second. And I have to look down there to where my screen is that's sharing it, and I have to get my mouse, and I then have to go and click. So if I want to put myself, and let's take myself off the screen, shall we? Let's have the title screen. So my title screen, I click on it, so it's now in preview, and then I send it live. And then it's live. And now I've disappeared off the screen, and you can see my yeah, but you see, this is not really good, is it? Let's go back to a share screen. Let's have a share screen and put a share screen live for you. This is what Production Studio is. So you can see I'm here at the bottom in this box here. I'm the sort of speaker waiting to speak. There are no other speakers apart from me. You will see above me is the what would you call it? The preview box. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired after waking up that early. It's the preview box, and that shows me what's going to come on next. And then over there is the what's live, and you can see there's a slight delay in the what's live to me for obvious reasons. It's showing me what's live, and that is what I'm sharing at the moment. I'm sharing this whole page. So in normal circumstances, I have to move my mouse. Here is my mouse. I hope you can see it flying around, and I can choose something. I could choose that one, which is me, and then I could click send live, and I would now be live on the live screen, as you can see. And the what was live is now on the preview screen, and then I can choose something else to go to the previous screen. Maybe I want that title slide again, and I can click send live. And this is all fantastic, but I have to look down. I have to click my mouse, and I need something automated so that I don't have to wake up at 2 a.m. somebody to control Production Studio for me, just so I can keep eye contact and good presentation to you. And so I've written a very simple Stream Deck plugin. And that Stream Deck plugin allows me to pre-program some of these things. So I have a live button, which will flip the preview and the live. I just press it without looking at it. I know where it is. It's in the top right-hand corner of my Stream Deck. And it works. But I've also got some other buttons. Now I have a bit more difficulty remembering where they all are because I need to design something to make that work. But I believe that this button brings my title slide at the beginning of my presentation to preview. And it does, but I now remembered that that's probably in preview already. But if I press the go live button, that will now take over. And now I can press the button below that, which will give me my intro video. And I think, but I'm just going to check if just to see how settings work. I tried to make that autoplay, and it says it will. You can change the settings, as you can see here. No, you can't see here. So let me do a screen share and go live with a screen share. So show you this first. So if you have a video, so if I choose a video, there are some options for it. And these options allow me to start it from the beginning when I go live with it. I don't have to set these settings because I've pre-programmed in the rules for the scene that I've installed. So scene that I installed. Yes, the template of scenes that I've installed, I've set that up to be the default action. So I don't need to change that. It will be there for me because I pre-programmed it that way, which means we can go back to where we were before, which is I can now give you an experience what it's like. So I can click on the opening title. And when I go live, obviously this is going to disappear. You're just going to see the opening title. That's fine. And then I click the button below it, which brings on the video on the preview. And now if I click that, we should get a countdown and some music. 2, 1 should go about now. Playing beautifully. So that works. So let's go back to me full on the preview and then me to go live. And now I'm taken over. So down the other side of my Stream Deck, I've got 3 buttons. I've got a button with just me. I've got a button which I'll then go live with, which is me and the screen share side by side. And in the middle, I've got one with just a screen share, which again I can go live with. And using this already, I'm starting to think, if I trust myself, why do I have to keep pressing a scene and then go live? Maybe I need to update my app already with the option to go live straight away. Do you know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to add that before I release it to anybody. I'm going to have a button to say, automatically go live. Give it a few milliseconds delay before I do the one thing to the other, but that's definitely a good idea. So there we are, already just playing with my new app. I've already got the next version to release before you even see it. So what's going on here? It's really simple. It is really simple. I can show it to you actually because I'm screen sharing that screen. So if I do that as a full screen share, and then I've lost it now. Where's my Stream Deck app? There it is. Here's my Stream Deck app. So I put it on top of the production studio if you can see it. So this is it. These are all my buttons. And the buttons have the coordinates of where I would click, because that's all I'm doing. All I'm doing is faking a click. It's really quite easy, but it does work. So I'm faking a click. I've got a set of options here so that I can choose a title for things, but I can also overwrite the title there, which I have done. So you can see my buttons here. I've got John Full, John Share, and John Share Live. So if I go John Full, you'll see on the left-hand side for you that's now in the preview screen. My Stream Deck buttons have disappeared because this is now on top. I can click the go live, and then you just see me. Then I can click the one below, which I'll do the other one, which is me and the share screen, and I'll go live with that. So you can see that now. You can see that. And then if I press the screen share only, you will see that appear in the top left corner. You see that? And then if I then say go live with that, the screen share will be full screen. And the share screen is Auto Production Studio. So this is really cool now. I can I thought I'd just show you what else I can do. This is to be politely, this is just an app that simulates screen clicks. Now I have my control bar for Zoom over on my other screen, but it's in a certain place, and I've now made a button that clicks where the pause screen share is. So I can hit that button to pause the screen share, and this whole screen that you're looking at now, we're looking at it now. Yes, I'm just checking. You're looking at now will pause. It should freeze. So you should see me freeze now. And I have. Have I? No, I haven't. Why didn't I pause? Oh, because I've moved the everything around. Let's try it again. There we are. It's now paused. It's now frozen. So again, I've just created another button for my Stream Deck. I've given it the coordinates of the app, and it's really easy to do. I'll show you how I do it because it's really quite neat actually in the end. I 4 versions I went through before I got this to work the way I wanted. Let's hit the pause button again off so you can see things live. And I have my Stream Deck button program on top of my Zoom. And all you do is get an action button and you just drag it to where you want it. And then you say find, and then it waits for you, and you then choose what you would like to. So let's see if we can get up to turn my video off. So you choose where on the screen you want to click. And I click my audio. Why did I do that? Just shows how asleep I am. Try find again. This time click on the video button. And my video disappears. That's fine. That's what it should do. So I can now here save. And I can make a title for the button video. It's nice and explanatory. Okay, so now if I click on this video button, it will toggle because video toggles. So it should turn on my video, and with a few seconds, it does. And then I can click it again, and within a second or so, it should go away. And it does. So there we are. I can now use this app to add other buttons to the system. I'm pretty sure there are other things around this that have already been done. So this isn't something new, but this is specifically for Production Studio and allows me to remote control my Production Studio on my machine. Why did I create another version of this app when there are particular other versions available? Well, it's simply because I already had ideas on how I would like to use this to a greater level. So I've already got version 2, version 3 in my head for what I would like to do to make it better and to make it more interactive. But it does the basic thing I want to do at the moment. And if only I can remember all the buttons I've allocated and where they are, maybe a 15-button Stream Deck would have been better for using this than this great big one. But if I can get it right, then I can call up my closing graphic. Definitely going to implement that auto action. So when you call it up, it just goes live straight away, or it goes live within a few milliseconds. So I can pull up my graphic, and then I can pull up closing music, ready, and off it goes. Every week we open, and then I can stop it again by bringing back my graphic. I think I pulled the closing video up first there. Let's pull up the closing graphic. Let's put closing video. Shouldn't play. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. No, I didn't. There we are. There we go again. Every week we open wide the virtual stage where ideas I'm a happy guy. Fills the page. Here I am alongside my screen share, and no, I'm not. That one. Go live. That's the one I wanted. Go live. Yeah, the software works fine. It's my fingers that need the walking in the right direction. But here I am now, screen sharing and side by side my screen share. And so all I need to remember is it's over there because I haven't got reverse video turned on at the moment. But there we are. It all works. I can now save this recording of this webinar and hopefully it makes sense to everybody. And if it doesn't, well, we'll just record another one. After all, it's only 6:30 in the morning and nobody else is up, so I got nothing else to do. Well, I suppose I could go back to sleep again. But please like and comment in the YouTube what updates you think I should do. And if I can do them, I will do them. I've got full control of the APIs and everything from Zoom. And if a function is not available that we want, well, we'll just ask Eric and his team if they can add it for us. But for now, this is my first version 1 of my Zoom Stream Deck production studio plugin. That's, I think, what I call it. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. All you need to do now is stop the recording from the cloud. And yes, I could have a button for that.